Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, the show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their character is present for. This is Season 1, Episode 13. Have you brought me little cakes?
Welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm your host, Mike. I'll be watching everything from the point of view of Penny. Left me as always.
It's Sasha, and I watch everything from the point of view of Margot.
In front of me as always.
It's Connell, watch everything from the point of view of Elliot, as always.
Right here, right now.
Hey, it's Brian. I watch as Quentin.
And creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
Okay, what's the title of the episode?
Have you brought me
Have you
little
brought me
cakes?
little
Brought me any
cakes?
little cakes?
Yeah. What's the problem?
That sounds so
It's not a
weird.
problem. It's funny.
I mean, I
Funny's
think...
not a problem.
I think the... And this is minor spoilers. I think the danger inherent to the person saying that makes that a fun sentence or a not fun sentence. Yeah. If that was just like a labradoodle saying it, that's some fun cakes.
I know who says it.
Oh, okay.
Is it the other dog?
Is it a
That's not a
labradoodle?
Labradoodle? Is
It's
it
not a labradoodle.
Okay.
Is
Is
it
there
the
a talking
bulldog?
dog in this episode?
I don't know if
I
it talks.
assume
There's
so.
a dog
There's
in
definitely
this
a
episode.
dog.
I mean, there was a dog drinking, so
I'm
how,
assuming-
how else does he get the drink if not requested at the bar?
Yeah. If you're
I
taking, if you're a pug taking bulldog,
It was an
pug,
English bulldog.
English bulldog. If you're an English bulldog taking shots, you better know some kind of language.
Would you go to like a pug pub?
Pug,
Obviously.
A pug pug?
pug, pug.
Well, tell me, because I start with credits. So, like, and
Hold
then-
on. Yeah, let's
Credits?
Credits.
No.
No, yeah.
No.
He's gotta
I have like a
go through
dozen
time.
minutes before I see any of you. I have like
okay.
3 full pages of notes. It was lore dump city,
All right.
and then you show up.
You're the only one. Which is weird
Can
because
we even kneel lore dump when we have our prediction princess?
That was
over
a
here?
very good
It was
prediction.
a good call. It was a good shot across the bow.
We'll get there towards the
Yeah,
end.
we will. I will say before we jump in, I had something at the top of my notes. Is like this feels. It is wild that it felt like this was an Elliot episode, and I feel like I got nothing.
I really feel like you got nothing.
This was one
Yeah.
of those episodes where James like sends me a message yesterday.
he's
He's
like,
like, hey, by the way, you have a long one, so
Hey,
carve
sorry.
out some time.
Yeah. Well, everyone, sit
By the
back,
way,
grab
take
your
some-
popcorn.
Well, listen.
I don't even have popcorn.
What? So what happens?
Yeah.
How do you get through time? I guess.
Well, we don't know right away because I'm writing book 7 of Fillory and Further.
You're writing it.
Yep.
Well, someone knows how to finish a series.
Wait, you said-
George R.R.
No.
Well, because the first 5
Listen.
books were written by Plover.
Yeah.
Book 6 was written by Jane.
Right.
She's dead. So somebody's got to write book 7. Might as well be me.
This isn't okay. So this isn't at the decree of anyone. You're
No,
just like,
it's just
in
like
your-
the
he's just
story of this
fanficking.
world
he's
should
writing
be told.
fanfic.
He's
Okay,
fanficking.
I respect that. I
Yeah,
can understand
hey.
that.
The whole genres have been built around the idea of fan fiction.
So the whole framing device for this entire episode is this book.
That's why the
Oh
audio
my
keeps cutting out. It's your
God.
narration.
I'm narrating.
Oh,
my God.
Okay, because yeah, the
Wow,
audio cuts
you
out
must have been
consistently.
miserable.
So did you say? So then you got every
piece of
scene.
I had
shit.
to listen to Quentin the entire fucking time.
Oh God! But then you get to the good parts, aka Penny.
I'm curious how you know how some of this happened, but go on, I guess.
I don't see scenes I'm not in still.
Yeah, I know.
So if
I
I'm
get
not in
that.
a scene and I'm narrating it, I probably it's implied that I heard it from you later and
It
wrote
must
it
be,
down,
yeah.
not that I'm there. So I don't
Got
have
it.
those scenes.
Okay.
If I'm not in a scene, you're getting narration. I didn't get it.
Okay, got it.
If you're not in a scene, we are getting blank audio, no narration.
Yeah.
You might be getting narration in the original broadcast.
In the
version of
original
show.
broadcast,
In the original
yes, I'm saying in
broadcast,
our
yes.
cuts, the
And our
audio is
cuts, we
cut
don't
out.
have your
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have
narration.
narration.
Okay.
The title of the book is TBD, and it's like
Wow, self-titled.
prologue.
Just
right?
put a bad
Don't
title.
worry,
Yeah.
it gets worse.
Go, okay.
because
The
it's-
biscuit dog,
it's-
TBD.
Brian knows how
Prologue,
opinions.
and then apparently the first words that he write is, "Holy shit, you guys, Fillory."
You know what?
It's
You know
no thing.
No, don't
For
play.
the 7th book in a series, I
It's
think I get the vibe of that book from the very first
There
sentence.
are so many books with more than 7 in a series. Like, they don't start with "Holy shit, you guys," the name of the book.
Holy shit! More words. Welcome to the encyclopedia.
Right? No, they don't
and
do
look,
that.
you don't have to stun with your first sentence, but you got to give it a shot.
Yeah.
You got to give it a good old college try.
Can you imagine like reading all these other books like that are inspired by C.S. Lewis and things like that, and then you get to Quentin's
Holy
version, which
shit,
is you guys.
Dude.
Anyway, not that I don't know. Maybe all the books are bad. Quentin likes them.
It's like the guy who wrote Ready Player One is writing the sequel, The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, basically.
There's a lot of fucking lions and witches in this fucking wardrobe.
Dude, this wardrobe is crazy.
We gotta get moving because I have
Yeah,
three,
sorry.
I have 3 pages of notes before I saw anybody.
Summarize then,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, I did. And basically, there's like voiceover of about how like Fillory started as a blob of magical energy that gave birth to the twin gods Ember and Umber. I don't know if they're twins, but whatever.
I think they're twin gods.
I think they are. And then those gods gave birth to Fillory.
Okay.
And then it's me and Julia wandering through this forest, kind of similar to last episode. And we're like shouting, like, Ember, we need to talk to you, like, whatever. And Julia's like, how did Martin summon Ember in the books? And I'm like, well, the books are all like written like poetry. The books just say that Martin's blood sang to the gods. And as I say this, we walk next to a rock that has a handprint kind of recessed into it, and there's like a blood stain in the middle of the palm of the handprint. And I'm like, what if it was literal? And then I take a stick and stab the fuck out of my hand.
Okay.
That's how you get tetanus.
And I'm like wincing, and Julia's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I just stabbed my own hand, which is actually the way to react to that.
Yeah.
But I put my hand on the rock, there's a flash of light, and it's this like kind of rundown looking old house
The one we see later.
that
Okay.
smells terrible. And there's like trash everywhere. And then this guy comes out and he's like, it's customary to bow, children of earth. And then like I bow, and this guy comes out and he's like bigger guy with like horns and kind of a like goat face type of thing going on.
You gotta lead with the goat
Little
horns.
Okay.
big Mr. Tumnus energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like the energy of this guy is like if they had a bigger budget, Nick Frost would have been playing him.
Okay.
Because he comes out with this like walking stick and he's like, "Have you brought me little cakes?" Like we see is the
That's
name
the
of the
title
episode.
of the episode.
That's the hungry guy.
And now I get credits.
All right.
You get credits. Mine sluts. Holy shit! There's mine sluts. Is that the
It's
name
just
of this
one mind slut.
Aren't we
There's
collectively?
a couple of
We're
them.
collectively
Yeah.
the mind sluts.
I think it's all the main characters, actually.
Yeah.
Can I sign up? Can I get a card? Do you have T-shirts?
Yeah, we've unionized.
Do you have anything before I find you?
No. Not really.
I'm getting.
My first thing is Elliot having
yeah.
toast.
Yeah, we're. I'm drinking with the dog, and then you walk in.
yeah, like that's it.
So yeah, that's basically it.
All right. Narration continues.
Buckle up.
And the narration is like, you're probably confused, so I'm going to do the thing that everyone hates where the book rewinds to fill in all the blanks. Chapter 1, The Journey of the Witch and the Fool. And it's like back to the 1942 World War II thing, us following Jane. And the narration literally says, there's Jane, and there's us, and there's someone mysterious watching us to follow us through the portal. And it's like, that's not how books are written. Like you're writing this like you're narrating a television show, which I guess you are, but it's not how a book should be written, right? It's like, there's us. It's like, what do you mean there? You're not pointing at anything. Anyways, we go into the thing. The narration keeps, just talking about Fillory and how the air is 0.02% opium.
In Fillory? Just
Yep.
straight up?
Nice.
Which is like an unfair trick to get you to love a place. So I did some digging.
Because
Okay.
0.02% is a
opium
lot.
math?
How much
Welcome
of
to
our
our den.
how much of our atmosphere do you think is oxygen?
Oh, it's not a lot.
It's pretty low. Isn't it like a point percentage?
No. It's
Okay.
20%.
20%.
20%.
Right?
1 out of 5.
So it's mostly nitrogen, then
Yeah.
oxygen, then argon. It is 0.04% carbon dioxide. So
Okay.
it's saying there's half as much opium as there is carbon dioxide.
That's not that much.
That's a lot.
That's not that much.
That's a lot. Do you think all the trees there breathe out opium? Is that
Those
why
trees are
they're
fucking
taking
wild.
in oxygen?
Do the
Putting out
trees
Putting out
Yeah.
opium.
Do the trees look kind of not strung out, but definitely at the other end of their
like
rope?
giant poppy trees.
Yeah.
What?
Just like, hey,
So instead
man.
of bringing in carbon dioxide and breathing out oxygen, you're actually taking oxygen out and putting opium back into the air. These kind of trees are the ones I like to party with.
Anyways, we're following Jane through Fillory, and she's like skipping along, but she gets caught in this like rope trap where like this rope gets bound around her ankle or whatever it is. And we're like hiding, watching this, and we're like, oh, this is a scene from the book in the chapter called The Witch and the Fool. And we're like waiting for the witch and the fool to show up.
Oh, you're the witch. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're doing the little thing where you have to fulfill the
We're in a time loop.
we're in like
We're in
yeah.
pre-destination. We're in
Yeah.
post-destination, I guess.
Definitely not final destination.
No.
Every
Yet.
time Quentin gets a little self-aware, he says something like, ooh, which one do you think I am?
There's been nothing. There was a moment where I was like, are we just picking on Quentin? Does he not suck? And then you go to the Discord and everyone's like, nah, he sucks.
And
He
the show,
sucks.
the
You
show
can't
is
tell me he
also
doesn't
seems.
suck.
I don't think the show's picking on him enough, but the
Yeah.
show
The show knows.
The show
Yeah.
knows it's calling him the fool. I
Yeah.
mean, and making him not get it too,
Yeah.
which is also a dumb thing.
Yeah.
So apparently this is like a hunter's trap that are everywhere around Fillory, and this is actually fun world building. In Fillory, there are a bunch of animals that talk and are sentient and whatever, right?
That's
Smoke
how
a
they- 'cause that's
lot
how-
of opium.
Because that's how and they consent. That's how you consent.
So
Yeah.
okay, so again, opium though, like this is Alice in Wonderland. We're drawing these parallels, but anyway,
Yes.
go ahead.
So if you're a hunter, how do you like
Oh, you're a
make
real
sure
son
your
of a bitch.
your traps don't harm sentient animals, and they only harm the ones that you could eat, right?
Okay.
So there's a riddle written on a tag on the trap, like on the rope that's attached to Jane, and she's like trying to get it off.
Okay.
And we're like helping her. We're like, oh, like you have to solve the riddle. And here's the riddle. What is no sooner broken than spoken?
Truth. Wait.
Close.
No.
What is no
promise.
sooner broken than spoken? It is silence.
I would have been
okay.
stuck in that trap.
Well, so that's what I'm thinking now is like you could just have it say like, say the word silence.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be a riddle.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, dumb people and animals get caught in these traps, apparently. Because Jane can't figure it out either.
Yeah.
And I like mouth silence to her, and she says silence, and the rope comes undone.
Yeah,
And
at
then-
least it's kind of fun.
Yeah, so she like skips off, and like that's when we find out that the person following us is still behind us, and it's Martin.
It's
So
following Jane.
it's following.
You
Us
all are
following Jane.
Okay, got it. And so like Jane in this, and just to give me an idea. So you went back in time in Fillory.
Yes. So this is
Jane-
1942
It's
Fillory.
1942 Fillory, and Jane is aware that you two exist and are following her around.
She doesn't think we're following around. She thinks we are a wandering witch and a wandering fool.
But so you're like writing this narrative, but then also at the same time you are visible to Jane. Jane, you're not like a ghost or like an omnipotent.
No, I think that
Yeah, we're
they're
just
there.
people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're just people that are
Yes,
there.
and basically the events that we're doing now are in like somewhere in books 1 through 5,
Got it. Okay.
right? And then so now it's like written on screen. Chapter 2, by all means necessary, hinge your quest on a traumatized boy. So that's the title of chapter 2, and yeah, Martin's here, and he's following Jane because Fillory stopped like taking him in, which I don't really get how that works if he's here now, but he's here now. Maybe he can only follow people in and can't get in on his own.
Seems
I'm not
like,
really sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Like you guys followed
and
her
we're-
in, so
Yeah, and we're trying to be like gentle with this kid that we know is being molested,
yeah.
you know, and like I kind of like say something. I can't remember the exact words I said, but it was like basically implying that like, hey, like we know you're here because you want to be in Fillory because you don't feel safe at home, and we can stop Plover if we have the Leo blade,
Okay.
right? And he's never heard of it, but he knows somebody who might have heard of it. So it cuts to us talking to a blacksmith, and he's like, nope, never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, he's a blacksmith, right? So it's like maybe he can make something like that. And he says things like that can only be killed with a blade made of moonstones. And he has the only two moonstones in Fillory. And he takes out these like they're pebbles, right? Like,
Tiny little moonstones.
and we're like, you can't make a needle with that much moonstone, let alone like a sword or a dagger or whatever. And he's like, no, I can mate them and breed more. So like you have to breed these moonstones to make more
You
moonstones.
telling me those stones got fucked?
And the only reason he hasn't done it yet is because it's expensive and takes like years.
Okay.
So it's a years-long process to get enough, which is convenient that we are, you know,
In the past.
in the past.
Yeah. Well, they don't actually conceive until marriage. Then you got a courtship and they date for a while.
Yeah.
And then it's like you got to find the venue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We find out that weddings move pretty fast in this world, too.
Yeah, we're
it's
getting
true.
there.
We'll figure that one out.
So he knows we're from Earth. I don't know exactly how. Maybe just because he knows
Seems
Martin
like
or whatever.
everybody knows that we're from
Did you
Earth
have, like,
upon
a-
immediately laying
The
eyes
worst kept
upon us.
secret.
Did you
Yeah.
have like a I
Fillory.
love NYC shirt on?
Maybe. And so he's like, so you know what I want in exchange, like instead of payment, because we don't have cash on us. So he knows what he wants, and we agree to the price. They don't speak it out loud here. We will find out later.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, we find out kind of right now. Sorry. Next morning is the three of us, Martin and Julia and Quentin, walking through the forest. Martin is asking like what he wanted, right? Like instead of payment. This is when we find out that rulers, maybe we found this out earlier, but rulers of Fillory, like the kings and queens of Fillory, have to be from Earth. They cannot be native Fillorians.
And does
Okay.
it need to be specifically Earth, or they just can't be from Fillory? Do they say from
I
Earth?
I
think
feel like
specifically
later
Earth.
it implies Earth specifically
Yeah.
when they
Got it.
talk about it.
Yeah.
And he thinks that like we are the kings and queen, and he wants a seat at our court, basically.
Okay. Doing this for a power grab.
Which seems like a fair price to pay for like years of effort.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and a
definitely.
blade that can kill a god or whatever. Like, sure.
And like I don't know, we're like I don't even know what it is. We're snacking on. I don't know what it is. Jane throws something. I think it's like leftover food or something, and it like makes a noise. And it's Ember's temple, basically, like you know, down into the woods. We're just stumbling upon everything that we need in this, which is hilarious to me. Maybe it's like the forest and it's dragging it.
That
in.
is also how fantasy novels work a lot of the times as well, as you're just kind of wandering around until you stumble into some sort of MacGuffin that
Yeah.
takes you on to
Yeah.
the next step in your journey.
And like the wind picks up and like these bells start ringing and Martin runs off. And then we get the next chapter, which is chapter 3, the Watcher Woman or the other identity.
The Watcher Woman or the other identity. Okay.
And we are being followed by who is effectively like a kind of minor villain from the books, which is this Watcher Woman. She's like this hooded figure who is apparently a relatively scary figure. Approaches us, takes her hood off. It's older Jane Chatwin, the one.
Oh, so she's still alive.
Yes.
Okay.
In 1942, though.
Okay.
Where in younger Jane Chatwin is still, because you've been following Jane around.
Yes.
So, now you have double Janes.
there are two Janes in this time in Fillory.
Okay.
Right. So she still died, right? Like,
Okay.
you know, in the
Okay.
future.
Well,
Yes, that's
Okay.
still heavily implied here.
okay.
Because we inform her that she dies,
Okay.
right? And she's like, oh, like hopefully it was doing something heroic, and we're like, uh-huh. We don't really. I think she was just kind of killed out of the blue by the beast.
Well, we didn't see it.
Yeah, off camera. Maybe it was
Yeah.
heroic.
That's why I wonder if she actually did.
That's
I
true.
didn't see anything.
Maybe.
We
Yeah,
didn't see
but that kind of breaks the whole time loop thing, where it's like this is our last chance, and
Yeah.
everybody seems to know it's our last chance.
I mean, you can believe it's your last chance, and then 3 seasons from now, you can bring her back and be like, it wasn't the last
Yeah,
chance.
it's magic. If it can do anything, nothing
Anyway, that's
matters.
fine. Go on.
Yeah, welcome to
she calls me the volunteer tomato or tomato because she's British.
Volunteer tomato?
And
Why?
she's talking about like it's the stray vine that keeps on like coming up, and like so she knows the whole time loop thing, And she's like, tell her that she dies. She's like, oh yeah, make sure you build a proper temple in my honor. And so Julia asks like why she is the Watcher Woman. Like, why is she this villain from the books, right? And Jane says that when she was a girl, the Watcher Woman inspired Jane, younger Jane, to learn magic to fight her.
Because the Watcher Woman was scary, and younger Jane was scared by Watcher Woman, so she learned magic to help fend off a scary person in Fillory.
Yes.
Got
Basically,
it.
she was like pushing herself to get better at magic.
To help fend off the monsters. That makes sense.
Right. It makes some sense. Then Jane's like, I learned some like fun magic along the way, like this, and she like snaps her fingers. Julia stops moving. I'm still able to kind of look and move around and talk. Jane says that there is a patch on Julia's memory, like crude and made in haste, likely by a hedge, like a hedge witch. And she can't remove it because it's there for a reason, but it's covering something like tragic. So basically, like there's like a piece of like tragedy in her memories
Locked
that is
away.
being covered by this like effectively like band-aid,
Okay.
right? And like the thing covering it is like a beautiful but false memory. Don't get any more information than that in the scene, but it will be relevant later.
Got it.
I say like, oh, sorry, I couldn't protect you. And she says, that was never your job, Quentin. And unfreezes Julia. And we ask her to like zoom us forward to the present. And she like kisses me on the cheek and says, goodbye, Quentin, Godspeed. And we are now in 2016 Fillory.
Okay, so that makes sense.
this
Like
is
you
when we come
guys,
to the bar.
like you found the person. Turns out you knew her, so that's an easy solution.
Yep.
Okay. So this is when you walk into the bar.
No,
We're in the-
not
Oh
yet.
no.
Okay.
Well, I'll put my phone back on
Yeah. Never
silent.
mind.
Just about now, but it's so Fillory is now colder. Like the trees are dead. Like there's a noticeable shift in just like
Palette?
the environment.
Okay.
Well, it's probably
and
because
obviously
the
color
fucking
palette.
atmosphere has so much goddamn opium in it. Probably killing off all the trees.
No, I think what's happening is there's not any opium in the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. People have been up there filter feeding. Fly me from a kite.
No,
Send me up high.
no opium, only copium.
I get hit by with a paper airplane out of nowhere, and it's a enchanted paper plane that's designed to find me, right? So like as soon as I appear on this kind of plane and time, paper airplane finds me, and it's basically like there's a map, kind of hand drawn map on this piece of paper, that's enchanted to find me. Margot's being such a bitch. Follow the map to find us. Signed, L.E.L. Elliot.
Yeah.
When did I make that?
When I was yelling at you in the library, probably. After that.
Must have happened off camera. Okay. I wish it showed me drunkenly making a Margot's being a bitch map and throwing it out a window. It seems like good content, TV show. Why don't we give me that one?
Why is the show not only about Elliot and Margot? Is really what we're getting at here.
Why do we
There's
have to
also
see
Penny.
the fool?
But here's where I do find you drinking with a dog.
Yeah, see? Shenanigans.
Like, I honestly love that they don't explain this at all.
No.
There's no that's
No.
the first scene.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Just
okay.
dog.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like waiting this whole time
It
to
kinda
see
says
what was
that-
in Fillory, and it's just like drinking with the dog.
But it does set up that like you've been here for some time
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have been told people came here for like orgies with animals. Yeah, of course one's going to be at the bar just having a drink.
Yep.
This is the tamest thing he could be doing, apparently.
yeah.
And Julia is immediately like, hey, I know you didn't want to see me. You don't have to like me. And we're like, yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah, we don't.
I know we don't. It's fine.
But I think like we kind of team up. Like this is like
Yeah.
we're gonna go
Yeah.
to
Yep.
find the knife maker, which apparently you know where it is.
Because in the past, you
I-
went to
I don't-
the
This makes so much
blacksmith's
more
I
house.
don't
sense
think
now.
you get like the voice. I think there's voiceover about
There's
how like
in every
I'm,
scene there's voiceover.
I'm remembering that we all hate each other. Like I'm so
Oh,
happy to
yeah.
see you guys because like we went through a little bit of a journey to get here. I'm like, oh right, everybody hates each other right now.
I do like, I believe the dog was giving Julia a dirty look. Or at least you and Julia.
Alice is also giving Julia a very dirty look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
you know,
I don't
understandable
know if
reasons.
I that's interesting because I kind of read it more as Alice was giving you a dirty look because here it is.
Yeah.
Like you said you were over her, you're clearly not.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of how I was
100%.
reading.
Yeah,
that.
right. And Julia is inexorably tied up in the dirty looks
Yeah.
history.
Yes.
And the sort of like making of the dirty look
Yeah.
for sure. But the next, we basically, it was wild for me. Good to know that there's a bunch of explanation. Cause
Yeah,
it's
'cause I was like,
he's
okay.
trapped in the past. I'm like, that's going to be the season finale thing. And it's like, the first scene's
first
like,
scene.
hi, we're back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
And then we're just like walking through the woods and we get to, we're not even
looking
being
for-
sneaky. There's like 9 of us now.
No, yeah, we're just walking.
We're
And
just
we're looking-
trudging along.
I thought we would be like having to like hide from like the eye of Mordor, right?
Yeah,
like I
right.
like thought this was
No.
gonna be like more
Same.
like
This
serious.
is
It's like,
picnic
no.
vibes.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, maybe not picnic, but like it doesn't seem like
There's not
the
danger.
beast is omnipotent.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
which
but,
is
like,
interesting because I kind of got the feeling he was. It kind of seemed like it.
We also just established that there's a relatively simple spell to find somebody with a paper airplane. Why can't the beast just do that and then follow the paper airplane and then shank?
Yeah,
listen.
I would have liked to see a little bit more preamble about moving quietly around the world.
Yeah.
We do not, and through this entire episode, we do not make any effort to hide our whereabouts
No.
at all. We don't even talk about being hidden or sneaky.
And we are looking for where, like, I'm asking where the castle is that has Victoria.
Yeah.
And you say we are probably looking for the castle that isn't there,
Yeah.
That's the name of the castle.
which is the name.
Yes, and specifically the dungeon in the castle that isn't there.
But first thing we need to do, pick up the Leo blade.
Yeah.
I mean, and while we are walking over there, we see Martin's grave,
Right.
and it's listed as King of Fillory.
The high ring. Was it king?
High King.
High King of Fillory.
High king of Fillory.
Yeah, and we remark that all the chat ones are dead, which,
Yeah.
you know, we have more episode to go. But that's the sort of like, we see the grave, I'm like, well, they're all dead. Do, and just like keep walking towards the blacksmith. It was really weird throwaway.
It was just really fast. I think there's
Yeah.
just a lot going on in this episode, and they're just like moving.
They really do push
Yeah.
it along pretty
Chapter
quickly.
5's title is Be Careful What You Bargain For.
Oh, see, like we don't actually see these,
Yeah, we don't see
so
the
that
chapter
makes
titles.
sense. Okay, so this is when we pick up the blade and we hear what the actual deal is.
Yeah, so it's the knife maker's dead. This is his son running the house now.
Right.
And yeah, the deal is for somebody to marry his daughter.
Specifically, he wants somebody to marry his daughter who is from Earth and has royal blood.
Yes.
And the way to determine if they have
Well,
royal blood is another knife.
Well, before
Yes.
we even get into that, I love Penny's like, someone needs to marry his daughter, and then Penny's just like, I mean, you know, team player and all.
The daughter is like stacking wood, and she's got she's covered in like very modest clothing,
Yeah.
but you can tell she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And
Team player.
That like modest farm girl energy.
Yeah.
And
Someone
Penny's
gotta
at it.
take the
So we
hit.
all get like,
He has a magical knife that he just cuts your hand, and if it cuts your hand, then you're a king. If not, then you're a normal person.
it reminded me of the Faculty, but like
Yeah,
yeah.
instead of doing drugs, we're just slashing our hand.
Yeah, and like if you get caught, like if you're, I mean, I guess I don't know, is it good? Turns out we go through everybody. Quentin looks completely disappointed that it's not
So
him.
there's voiceover that says, I was 100% sure it was me.
Yeah. I could see that you would be
I
under
knew
my
I was
control.
100%
No
sure
fucking
it
way.
was not.
No way.
And while it's going through the rest of you, there's more voiceover saying that, like, I'm sure there's a reason why aliens must rule Fillory, but Ember and Ever never explained why.
Yeah,
Aliens?
alien.
Yeah,
we're
aliens.
aliens.
Humans are aliens
we're
to
the
this
alien.
world.
I got it. That makes sense.
I feel like
We're the
that's
John
something
Lithgows.
that we should keep in mind.
And we
for
keep going
later.
down the line, and you know
Finally?
who bleeds?
Elliot.
And that's why I was like, in my notes, is this why 2 books?
Oh,
Is there-
because maybe like
Is there
Oh.
something else in Elliot's story where he is
maybe before I became the
Yeah.
king and after
there's
I became
some
the
reason
king kind
like,
of deal?
before or after you're a king?
I still think Indiana Theory is a good one, though, too.
Indiana Theory ain't bad.
That's the funniest theory.
Anyway,
Yep. Well, I don't get much else here. Like we get, so we're trying to get one knife. We pulls out another knife to prove that I deserve the knife. I get cut. I bleed.
Chapter 6 is titled How to Prepare for a Fillorian Wedding.
Yep. And we are chatting with the knife maker about his daughter who needs to be wed to royalty. And I guess royalty specifically, is there, my confusion here that I have in my notes is like, I have royal blood or whatever, or I have the blood that, like, am I related
that
to somebody
Indiana
who
blood.
was previously royalty in Fillory? Is this like royal blood passed down, or is it just like
Could just be magic.
magic stuff? But then we get proof later that like I'm not a like arch wizard or whatever that is the only
I
person who
don't
can
know if
touch
it's like
the blade.
power. I feel like it might be just like maybe it's like blood type.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
am I just like O negative, and that means I
Yeah.
can be God? Like
Yeah,
I don't know what that.
Whatever blood type is like the most like universal. Yeah.
Maybe
king.
I don't know, but
So-
like yeah, that's kind of how I don't know. I kind of felt like it was just arbitrary a little bit.
Maybe so. I was just confused on what like whose blood I had that made me special here. Is this like a Star Wars kind of deal? Am I a Skywalker or is this something else?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something else. We don't get an answer to it. And we're what Elliot bleeds the high thing, and then
Wedding time.
We're talking later, and Elliot's talking with Margot specifically.
Yeah, this is sad.
Yeah, because Elliot is still kind of like drunk and not really keeping up
now
with
you're on
what's
opiates,
happening.
too.
And yeah, I'm just taking deep breaths in the corner and taking shots with a dog. And Margot has to come break the news to me that this is different than what I'm thinking. It seems like you've done a little recon to figure out what marriage means
Yeah.
here. Elliot has not given enough of a shit to think about what this means for his future.
because basically like he can't like he can't annul this marriage.
Yep.
Like when they're married, it's like you're married for good
Forever.
You literally won't be able to be with anyone else, so you can't cheat even if you wanted to.
Or like magically.
Yes,
That's kind of the vibe that I get.
Yes.
It's not stated like there will be a spell cast that makes you physically unable to cheat, but the way that you say it makes it seem like it's kind
Could
of
just be like innate, like through
yes,
the
I think
power
it's
of the ceremony.
Yes,
Maybe,
absolutely. It's
yeah.
like a ritual, right? And then
For
like
sure.
finally, you just like can't leave Fillory again.
Yeah. I have
like
to
you're stuck here forever.
live here forever too.
Yeah.
Which the idea was never that we were all going to live in Fillory, which means that the band is not going to all be
Yeah.
leaving together that
Yeah.
came here together.
Maybe that's your second book. You're stuck
It's
here.
crazy. It makes you feel like either the okay. We'll talk about where this show is going in the future.
I didn't know any of this. So
But like Elliot, I tell him he doesn't have to do this, but it
Yeah.
seems like you are insistent upon doing so.
Elliot it takes this, and it's a very quick turn. I don't love how quick it is. I wish that it had a little bit more, like,
There's no time in this episode.
there's no time, but I wish that
unfortunately.
they'd split this into like two and like given this a little more time to breathe.
probably should have been a two-parter.
Because this is like a big moment for Elliot's character, who's been going down. They spent like 7 episodes dealing with his like rock bottom, and then they spend 13 seconds with his like come to Jesus, which feels a little like
I feel like this is still related to his rock bottom, though, right?
Well,
kind of
here's
but-
the explanation.
Yeah, so Elliot, like, he goes to pull out a flask whenever Margot says, like, you don't have to do this. And I go to take a drink, and I say, I don't. And I look at it, and I kind of, like, I don't take the drink, and I put my arm down, and I say, but I am doing this. Because, listen, you know this. I've been miserable, and I have this hole, and something feels like it's wrong, and nothing can fill it. There's no amount of drugs, there's no amount of sex or booze, and I've just felt like I don't have a place or a purpose, and maybe this is it. This obviously means something. This is obviously important to what we're doing here. Maybe, regardless of how hard it is, maybe this is worth it, and maybe this is going to make me worth it. Finally, I'm going to have, and this isn't word for word, but like finally I can be a part of something bigger, and I'm not just going to be the drunk dude stumbling in the back fucking stuff up for everybody, but I can like be part of the solution.
Yeah, like Margot realizes because she kind of like answers him and she's following him here. This shows their friendship of like she understands that like you're gonna be part of something bigger. Basically, like hoping to make something of his life because he has not enjoyed it so far, which is like kind of crazy, right? Because you see Margot and Elliot as like 2 people who are like the coolest, most fun people in the show, and like this is really saying that like no, he's just never been really that happy, which is. I wish we had more because I'm like, is that really true?
See, I don't know.
Like-
I don't know if that's true. It feels like he hasn't been happy, and maybe it's been like a guys. Maybe it's been like false happiness. But
Yeah.
it does seem like he's somebody who I just have this like doubt in my head that for his entire life post like Indiana, that he has not been happy at all. Because like part of what I like about Elliot's character is that he feels like somebody who worked on himself and knows himself. And like, you don't have to necessarily be happy all the time, but I don't feel like that amount of like introspection and like thought and care about cultivating your personality and your relationships with people comes from like no happiness. I don't buy that he has never been happy. I buy that he is not happy now. That the show has done, I think, a decent to good job of like making sure is very clear. So I think it's the word choice is maybe a little bit off, along with the speed of the flip.
Weird circle to go like you hated who you were an Indiana farm boy, and then you become cosmopolitan, and you hate yourself
still
more.
Never happy.
And the only way to heal is to be a farm man.
Yeah,
like it's
a farm
little
king.
That's a good point.
Weird. Like
it's a
I don't
little
know.
weird.
Like it's kind of weird. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, like, but there is like a weird political reading you could read into that, which is strange.
And again, to your point, I agree. We're reading too much into it. That is part of my problem, is that they did not, in this flip for Elliot's character, they did not give enough context for us to have enough to go off of where we don't have to read too much into it. We have to, because it feels like there should be something more there. So we as the watchers are having to do all this legwork of like making their decision make sense for them. When it's like, you probably could have either just like cut this out, added this to another episode, made it a 2-part, like done something else with how this is presented to make it a little bit more cohesive. Regardless, it's not a bad thing. It's not like bad or cringy or awful. It's just kind of strange.
It feels like there was depth there that they chose not to dive into,
which is strange. Again, strange is just the best way that I have to describe it. Regardless, we do have a little bit of cuteness here, where Margot obviously doesn't want to lose her best friend. Say that I'm like the one person that you can't stand, or like can stand or whatever. Sorry, and I say, well, it sounds like you're going to be my best man. So it's like, you know, there's still our bridges are starting to be built here in our relationship. And then we go to the wedding.
This happens really fast.
Yeah, it's dark. There's dancing. The music is this like weird, interesting, like modern.
Yeah, it was modern. I was not expecting that at all.
It was strange.
This is chapter 7. Weddings are so boring, Penny would rather astral project into a dungeon.
Okay, so Penny must have some stuff here then, huh?
So for my scene, I'm watching the wedding with Alice, and I'm like, oh, this is taking fucking forever. And I just walk off. And I
really? Because it felt like it took like 9 seconds.
Literally,
I don't think it took 4. I've been to a lot of long weddings.
He got halfway down the aisle, and Penny was already ready to get up.
When you could go anywhere in the blink of an eye, 9 seconds is forever.
I guess.
I go into the room, I draw like my meditation circle, and I mind walk.
Mind slut.
Yep, I mind slut my way to the dungeon. And
do you think this is a good idea, considering
No.
we're literally in
Nope,
Fillory, and
not-
like this
not at
seems
all.
so risky?
This is very bad.
'Cause didn't
Nothing
last
bad
time-
happens though.
The beast saw you last time,
talked
right?
in his head last time.
Yeah. And I'm there frantically, and because she can't see me, Victoria's still kind of chained up there, and I'm just frantically trying to find something that would tell me where this castle and dungeon is.
Sure.
So I'm just looking for clues, and I come back. I don't know where we are in the wedding, but
probably over.
I come back and I just kind of yell, "I found the castle!" And then somebody is probably handing over the knife at this point.
Oh, this is later on,
Okay.
another scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're at the wedding. You fuck off. You do that.
Okay.
I get introduced for the first time to my wife. The first time we've actually
say that?
talked, I guess.
How do you say that?
My wife.
Thank
Is that
you.
what you're looking for?
I was
cool.
looking for, yeah. Still relevant.
Her name is Finn.
Fen.
Fen. F-E-N. Probably.
Yes.
That's my guess.
That's
yeah.
my guess too.
Okay.
That's how I wrote in my notes.
Is Fen, and I was like, "Hi, Fen. I'm Elliot. Would you like to marry me?" And then we like all cheers, and there's dancing with like a kid, and then it's over.
What about this is boring?
You not like dancing with
I
with
can
cute
mind
kids?
walk anywhere.
Yeah, so you decide to go to a dungeon to watch a
Oh,
tortured
I'm
woman?
not drunkenly dancing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Saving lives is boring. I should have gotten opium drunk.
But the good news is we go through the ceremony, and we are going to get the blade.
Yep.
Yep.
Problem
Quentin tries
is-
to grab it.
Problem is, it's hot. It's hot as fuck.
It's like real hot.
Apparently, none of us can hold it.
Even
But
Elliot,
I
who
was
just
like,
got married.
I'm the king, so maybe I can do it. Nope. also can't do it. This is when Penny comes in and you're like, hey, cool
knife.
knife. And we're like, oh, it's going to be Penny.
Yeah.
And then
it's
I pick it
not.
up. Ha! I hate this place.
I hate this place.
But yeah.
We find out that only, what did they say?
Master magician.
Master magicians. And I do like the blacksmith's like, wait, none of you are masters? Like, he's like incredulous. He's
Yeah.
like,
Who
I've
did
been
I
waiting.
just marry my daughter off to?
Yeah,
God
basically.
damn it. I thought you all were
check
cool.
that first.
Did my daughter just marry a fucking freshman?
Yeah. I did like that a
And that's
lot.
where we get chapter 8. Like I said, be careful what you bargain for.
Okay.
Discussing with
These fucking
everybody.
chapter titles are so fucking.
So now we're talking about like how can we use the knife? Margot's being snippy with Julia.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not important.
Yeah.
It's just like, but we are just trying to figure out like how we can make this happen.
It's like, oh, is there a trick to it? It's like, no, you just
Can't
need,
trick a knife.
You need to be powerful.
Like God kind of powerful.
Yeah,
which-
Ember and Umber have not been seen for decades.
Yeah.
We're thinking about it, and that's when Penny gets an idea that's
Yeah.
pretty aligned with your motivations, which is maybe the girl trapped in the dungeon
Yeah,
can
it's
do
like,
it.
hey.
Hey, right, everybody?
Hey,
Yeah.
less dumb idea. Let's get the girl that's been around the beast. She might be a master magician, y'all.
What's the dude's name who's palling with us this entire time?
Oh yeah, the guy that we picked up at the end of the last
Yeah.
episode.
It was just like kind of
Josh.
Josh. Cool. Okay, I just couldn't
I had
remember. his
no
fucking
idea
name.
who this guy was.
I'm pretty
like
sure
the-
it's
He's
Josh.
the guy that we were talking about that like we ran into. He was this third year that got
Sure.
saved.
AKA, he's a red shooter who's gonna die before we leave.
Or he's a bad guy.
Or he's
like,
a
those
bad
are
guy.
the two
He's
options.
not just a guy.
Yeah.
No, he's like somebody that's gonna matter, but just not right
He's
now.
like the beast's henchman,
Something.
or he's
I
gonna
hit my
die
third
tragically.
scene with him this episode. I went, I guess I should remember what his name is. Let me go look at my notes.
Yeah, it's
Josh.
one of those problems.
Anyway, so we are we're talking about how we might need Ember and Umber, but Elliot is got other things to be doing.
Yeah,
What
you're
are you
like,
doing?
Elliot, do you have any thoughts? And I was like, hey, everybody. Sorry, I haven't really been listening. Due to the fine print in the contract that I signed, I actually have a virgin farm girl to impregnate. So I got to go do that. And Mark was like now? And I was like, yep. And I stand up and like, Mrs. Me? And she like takes my hand.
Mrs.
And
Me is very funny.
Mrs. Me is very funny. And I just fucking walk out.
And then I'm like, if I die while he's off doing that shit, I'm gonna haunt his ass.
yeah, that was really funny too.
But Alice is with me on my plan.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go look at the castle at least to see what we can do.
And my next scene is Allison just drinking a jar of milk.
Okay, we got a little scene because we go to not
wait.
milk.
Never mind, then I know what it is.
Oh God!
What did you think it was?
We'll get there.
Milk.
Fucking no!
Okay, I will say it
Don't
was.
don't drink the white things.
I
Let's-
listen.
we
Okay.
can't do this. We need to get there first
Okay,
because
sorry.
Sick fucks.
we're talking about the castle that isn't there. And the reason it was built to be invisible is because it's cheaper, which I love this
Wait a
detail.
minute.
Cheaper
It's
to build an
cheaper to
invisible
build an
castle?
invisible castle
Because you can use builder's grade materials instead of like high quality finishings and then just make it invisible. So it's like exposed plywood everywhere and nobody cares.
There is nothing. There is no magic more dangerous to expose to this real world
Then capitalism.
than this, because this plus capitalism run rampant. Of just like, yeah, trust me, it looks good.
Yep.
$1 million, please.
That sounds like a Golden Gate Bridge situation.
I mean, welcome to fake brick walls in every fucking
Yeah.
loft apartment
Actually-
in Chicago.
Cobalt Gate Bridge. No one said it though.
Well, the Golden Gate Bridge color is just primer,
Yeah.
so they didn't. They're just like, don't paint over it. Just stick with that.
Okay.
Yikes.
There are guards.
Not great
outside of the
guards.
Are they
castle.
visible?
Kind of.
They are visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Not intimidating looking.
Josh is like, okay, you guys go. Though I don't know where we're going exactly.
Yeah, you can't. It's a fucking invisible
Well, no,
castle.
Josh
You're gonna
is
walk
like,
into a wall.
go look for like a way in or something. I'll distract them. I'll
Right.
be the hero.
How do
Which
you
makes
look
me not
for a
trust
way
him.
into an invisible castle?
I don't trust him because of that.
And I was like, and Margot gets up and she's like, please. And
They're men.
They're men. And as she's like unzipping her jacket.
I'm like, what is she doing?
Basically, then we like have a little like help. My sister has like collapsed, and Margot is playing like the damsel in distress while the guards rush over there to help her. And
Me and Alice are like
I don't know what you're doing.
against the wall,
Yeah.
just blindly looking, and we find a door, and like you open the door, and it's like shining light on us.
Yeah.
And we walk in, We almost are immediately in the dungeon. We got really lucky.
Some would say
And-
lucky. Some would say
Suspiciously lucky.
Either suspiciously lucky or way too quick writing. I don't
Yep.
know. It's a couple things you could say.
We find and wake up Victoria, who gets startled, and we're like, we're here to get you out. And she's like, the cuffs, I can't. And I kind of fill in the dots of like, oh, the cuffs keep you from traveling.
Yeah.
So they've binded her
Are
in place. And I'm like, just if you can walk, we're good. And she goes, but there's someone else in the next cell. And I don't know who that is. I don't know who the next cell is.
Interesting.
is the dungeon visible since you're in it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was like. Are you like walking? Can you see
Hidden
them
things.
inside, like walking down the stairs? And
No,
stuff?
they saved the money on the exterior,
Okay.
not the interior.
Okay, got it. Okay, that makes way more sense. So somebody else is in the next cell.
But I have no idea who.
Well, my next scene is the jar. So
So I'm not there with you guys.
right, I don't know what you're doing.
What
We're-
freaky shit are you doing to get this jar?
We're back at the beginning of the episode with the stabbing my hand, putting it on the rock.
Okay.
Then it says Chapter 9, The Gift of Ember. And yeah, the guy with the horns and the cane is Ember.
Did you bring little cakes this time?
I did not.
You gotta bring the
He
little
literally
Little
told you
Debbie.
last time.
And he's
Cosmic Brownie.
tired of eating mice, which, fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cosmic Brownie's phenomenal. Give him that.
This is a rewind from the beginning. So he's only been asked once.
Oh, I understand.
This isn't you,
Thank you.
refinding Ember.
Okay.
No, this is the whole like, well, I'm going to do the annoying thing and then
Okay.
rewind the book. And yeah, so this is back. caught up or
Got it.
whatever,
I'm
right?
sorry. I misunderstood that.
No. And so we tell him who we are, and he says, "Spank my cheeks, you're usually dead by now."
Oh, as just a turn of phrase, not a call to
Spank
action.
my
Yeah.
Okay.
cheeks.
No, about the time loops.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah, we
he's
get
not
it.
saying spank
We-
my
oh,
cheeks. Like
yes.
it's not an invitation.
Oh, yes,
Spank
correct.
my cheeks isn't like fillery dialect. Like that isn't a euphemism. Like
Yeah,
that. He's just
it's not a command.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's not
gotcha.
casting it.
And yeah, so he's surprised we're here. He was lured into a trap by the beast at some point in the past,
Haven't we all?
and the trap got him and Umber. Umber is now dead.
Oh.
So the beast killed Umber.
Oh my God. All right.
And he says here, Fillery's magic belongs to no one, not even a god. Like, that's how, like, powerful magicians like the beast could get the drop on a god,
Okay.
right? And basically, Ember is just waiting here until somebody kills the beast.
Sure. Just hiding out.
Yeah, I
Why
guess.
isn't he doing it?
It's a great question.
He's hungry. No one's brought him any cakes.
And he's like, I'm so bored. I had sex with every nymph in the entire kingdom. And they're like, we're here to help. And he's like, but you're not a nymph.
Listen, he wants a little bit of action and a lot of bit of cakes. Okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, to this god, right? And I'm like berating him for, like you said, doing nothing. Like, you're still powerful, right? You're still a god. You still have this control over magic, and you're just like waiting for somebody else to do your job. It sounds like a god, I guess, but like, I call him a whiny bitch, which of all people to know whiny bitches, Quentin is.
I mean,
Yeah.
calls him. He's got a lot of experience.
Lack of game, recognized lack of game.
And he's basically like, well, I can't take on the beast because the beast is going to be prepared for anything that I can do to him. I'm like, well, I'll kill the beast. And he's like, can you be the champion we've been waiting for? And there's a bit in here about how, like, Quentin never stopped loving Fillory. Like, Julia had, like, liked the books as a kid and then went to college and stopped caring about Fillory and then kind of likes it again now that she knows it's real. Whereas, like, I've always liked them, so I'm like, pure of heart or whatever. Like, only the best and purest can face the beast.
I feel like that's a lie, but
And he's
It's
going
just fan service.
yeah,
He's going
he's trying to pump Quentin up.
Yeah. Zhuzh him a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's also going to infuse me with his essence. And
Essentially.
a bottle of white liquid appears in my hand, and he's like, the seed of my power. When you're ready to face the beast, imbibe it. And Julia's like, is that semen? And question goes unanswered, and I'm like, thank you. And he's like, no, thank you.
Oh no.
What the hell?
That's,
Oh, no.
Okay.
And then more critically here,
That something more critically than the big old jar of semen.
As we're leaving, he looks at Julia again and says, "Your mind is encumbered, a shroud crudely made. I shall remove it."
Don't remove that shroud.
Ask permission.
And then like she falls to the ground. He's like, "No need to thank me. No need to thank me." Like whatever. And that's the end of that scene. Chapter 10, helpless. Is
You
next.
shouldn't have removed that shroud.
Go on.
And then my next scene is asking Margot and Alice about the dungeon.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, we don't say much though here.
You said it was a success and a twofer.
Yeah, we have the jar. Well, we have the man.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see this happening.
Oh,
Like,
so you don't know who was in the other cell?
well, I know who he is now, but I didn't realize that this was the other cell. Like, I didn't get the I
Wait.
didn't see that scene.
I have a scene before the drinking of stuff.
Yeah. We're talking about Christopher Plover.
I have a different scene than that.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
So this is, we are back in whatever kind of safe house we have. And I go to check on Victoria, who's like waking up from resting. And
Oh, so we did say Victoria.
we got
Yeah.
Victoria.
Okay,
Yeah,
she was.
that's
I
okay.
thought she was saying like I can't leave.
Oh, no, we got-
because of something.
We're just like, can you walk? Like, we're getting you out of here.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm trying to like be a little kind and like kind of break the tension. I'm like, you know, honestly, I was just getting kind of sicky in my voice. So I'm sorry. I really wanted to help you sooner. I just couldn't. She's like, no, don't apologize. You eventually found me. Like, thank you. And I'm like, what's the trick? Like, how do you bring people along? And she says that any of us can. And I'm like, I can barely travel with me. How? What am I not doing? And that's when she shows me her hand. And on each of her fingers are like little glyphs. It's like a spell tattoo on her hand. And like, that's the key.
We do know that tattoo magic exists.
Yes, that's true. Okay.
So that's key.
Okay.
Now there's my next scene is sperm bottle.
Makes sense because
There's a
that's
scene
the
before that.
there's the twofer.
Yeah.
Which is now I understand because I never saw Victoria. So like
Right. Same.
this makes sense now. So that's who Margot's talking about. But we're not showing you Victoria because you were expecting that. We show you Christopher Plover, who's
Yes.
in a room and he's got like tattoos on his face and like he looks like I don't know. He looks like he's been tortured, but
Yeah.
also whatever.
He's also very clearly.
Oh,
He's also very clearly not the Beast.
Oh yeah, we realized this immediately.
Yeah. And
twist.
We realized this immediately, and man, does it feel good to be right.
Because the Beast is.
It's Martin.
Martin. Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
was right.
Called it out.
I
last
want to do
episode.
a Martin reference. I don't know if anyone would get it.
No, probably just you and maybe one other person.
Martin Chatwin
Martin
is the
Chatwin.
beast.
Yeah.
So
And-
he is.
I remember at the end of last episode when we were talking about the possibility of Martin being the beast, we said they would have to do it very delicately.
Yes.
So let's see what they do.
So okay, here's my like main. So we get a little bit of a lore dump. I'm just gonna summarize this.
Yeah.
Because basically Christopher Plover tells us a bunch of stuff, and so basically like Fillory stopped taking Martin, which we saw.
Yeah.
And he heard about the wellspring, which is the source of all magic in Fillory, that it's stronger than even Ember and Umber because it created them, and it's like the core of Fillory. Every night Martin goes to drink from it, and according to Christopher Plover, who is obviously like
Unreliable.
an unreliable narrator, it killed every human thing in him. So like, and he's just the beast now.
So the wellspring was such a potent force
kills the humanity.
that drinking of it basically turns you into magic incarnate
Well,
and sort of
and
wipes
it's-
The
away
wellspring is the
humanity.
source of magic,
Right.
Which is
period.
also the reason why Fillory is like dying, like all the trees are dead
He's
and everything,
drinking their magic.
because he's draining the basic life force.
I don't even
that
think it's their magic. I think it's magic, period.
No, because they
Right?
say Fillory runs on it.
I guess that's true, but they were saying the source of magic. Can
Yeah,
I?
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I bring? I just want to bring something up here. I kind of hate this, and maybe we'll get somewhere, and maybe you can tell me like this was a good idea. But like, we literally had a whole conversation last episode about like they've established where magic comes from and how you get more powerful. And like that was part of my conclusion of like, oh, I wonder if it is Martin, because if like you need trauma to be like a powerful magician, like that would make sense.
He's a
like
traumatized individual,
right?
Yeah.
Rather than the person who was like doing the traumatizing, right? But like now it's like, no, don't worry about it. It's a spring.
He drank.
Like a
I'm
thing.
still thinking that the spring, like I maybe I missed that line about like that's what. Oh yeah, I guess it does say the source of all magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
it's also
weird-
a room.
But
I mean,
no,
so, like, maybe
it's-
they're not-
let's
yeah,
use the
keep
Star
going.
Wars analogy, right?
Okay.
Like the Force exists,
It's all around you.
right? But how you control the Force is dependent on like your own personal kind of
Oh,
thing.
you're right. Because like trauma was only the Earth one, because they had the sex guy, right?
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
But he is an Earthling.
sure. Yeah,
But he also maybe
but the sex guy is not an Earthling.
That's true.
So maybe he, like, even as an Earthling, you can go imbibe in the source of magic from other realities.
Like a little
and-
boost.
Yeah, like you're boosting yourself off of somebody else's like magical essence. They're basically, it's like going into like a strip mining in a nation that's not your
Yeah,
own,
I
and
guess,
using those resources for your
Wouldn't
own.
it have been a tighter story just to be like all magic is trauma based, not having the sex guy, and just like be really poignant about it?
Maybe, but like I think there's something to the like. Yeah, you're probably not wrong there, but I'm trying to explain what's working here, and it seems like this is just like raw power, and then you focus it through your trauma in some cases, or
Right.
whatever.
So we're gonna go. Christopher says he knows where it is. We just have to ask him, because him and Martin have always had this unspoken connection, which is what when Quentin's like, actually, we're going to use a knife on this guy first, which is the first thing I've ever agreed with Quentin, like straight up.
Maybe we should just stab this guy. And move on.
Step.
Did you
but-
stab him?
No, it just cuts. It cuts to Alice drinking the semen.
I have a quick scene here.
Nobody wants to talk about Alice drinking the bottle.
Approaching this bottle and turning back around.
I'm writing by candlelight, and here's where I get that Josh and Victoria bailed. In my notes, I'm like, I don't know who those people are, but they left.
Okay, so that's the guy from the third year. So
and
she took
Victoria's
him back.
the
yeah.
So they went home.
That's
Sus?
Suspicious.
no. Oh no!
That's
I want
suspicious.
Josh where I can see him
I want Josh where I can see. I don't trust Josh.
alone with Victoria, who's like, oh, that's
In back in Earth time,
Because they said they were sent on quests.
no, they were there on spring break.
No, but then there was also quests.
Yes, they were sent on a quest, but by the beast, presumably.
yeah.
But anyway, we'll see.
All right, this bit here, it's kind of me writing down my thoughts about how like I thought I was kind of the chosen one, like I'm the hero of the story, whatever, and then the story actually starts happening, and I'm realizing the truth, and then it shows me finding Alice and like sitting down next to her, and I'm like, I made a mistake. I know you don't want to hear it, but I love you. And she's like, you're right, I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
And basically talking about how like my whole life I've been wanting to be told I was the chosen one. And then in real life, for every like one chosen one, there's a billion people who aren't the chosen one. And I'm saying that like, hey, Ember's out of touch. You're a better magician and a better person. And how like Jane, every time she reset the loop, she like changed one thing. I'm like, what if I change something and I give the box with the blade in it to Alice?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, what if I change one thing? I'm not going to drink this time. I think
mean, maybe
you should
I mean,
do
that's
it.
Honestly, that's a
actually
good enough
what's
reason. It's
happening.
like I don't want to drink the giant jar of cum.
Yep. So Alice does, though I don't know how you know that you didn't do this every single time.
I
but
have no
like,
idea. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. His logic's a little flawed here, but
He's
That's
always,
okay.
I listen, I'm going to try to say this as least gross as possible.
Oh, you're not.
There is no way the biggest fanboy of Fillory is presented with the option to drink a god of Fillory's cum, and he says no,
maybe he just wants to do it recreationally.
which is also fine.
Maybe it's just too big of a dose.
you want a microdose?
You want a
Because
microdose?
once she drinks it,
Ember's
Alice's eyes start glowing,
Yeah.
and she can hold the blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julia pulls you aside to talk to you after this happens. I
Yes.
thought she was gonna stab her, like the way that she was standing
Mm-hmm.
menacingly was very weird. But I don't see the outcome of this. What happened?
This is a conversation, I believe, about her memory thing, and it's
Okay.
also related to what we talked about last episode. So she's talking about how like her and her friends, followed all these clues, and thought that like she was leading us to her, and we summoned her.
The goddess?
She thought the goddess that they summoned like actually chose her. And so you remember what I was saying last episode where like the god like bestowed all these gifts and like cured this one person's cancer and like did all these like really kind of beneficial things.
Yeah.
Apparently that's all fucking bullshit.
That's the patch.
So she got duped basically and like summoned this horrible god who I think killed all of her friends except for Katie.
Okay.
I think Julia saves Katie is kind of what I get. There's like, it's hard to decipher because I think there's a flashback in the thing that I don't get, so I only kind of get.
So we don't know if it's
she's
true or not.
saying. I'm assuming it's true. I'm just
Yeah.
not sure of like the details, and I'm kind of picking up stuff from context clues. But like my impression is Julia saved Katie, so Katie got away, but they summoned this god and it killed all the rest of the hedge witches.
Okay.
Okay, so they're all gone.
That
And-
is the scene that I cut out because
It's a
I
flashback.
wasn't
it's a
there. Yeah,
flashback
right.
and you weren't there. But you're right with all that.
Okay.
The only detail that is added that is important later is that it's a trickster god that then rapes her. And that is important later in this episode.
And is that the memory that is?
Yeah, that's
That's the one that she did not
Yes.
want.
So when they covered it up, it was like, oh, you covered it with something beautiful. Like her memory is, she's like, oh, it was amazing. And she left this statue that
so
cries
Katie
milk or
put
whatever.
the patch on it because she's the only hedge witch left.
Probably.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Should we?
It's a different hedge witch, but it
Oh, it is a
doesn't
different
really
hedge witch.
matter.
Okay. That's
Okay.
so horrific.
Yeah,
A trickster god?
a trickster god. Okay.
Didn't we describe somebody as a trickster god before? Who was it?
Ember and Umber, I thought.
Was it?
But I don't think. I mean, I guess
It was
Umber is
not.
dead.
It was not Ember. No.
Okay, that would be a wild.
Yeah, I'm just
new-
trying to.
So someone
take.
else to kill though.
Yeah.
Though, I guess the idea would be if you're in a universe of like infinite parallel sort of realities, there's infinite
Endless.
Yeah.
like gods of all different like machinations. And
He says his name. It's Reynard the Fox.
Reynard
Okay.
the Fox. I don't think we've met Reynard.
No,
the
you have
Fox.
not.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the first time it's ever been mentioned.
And I say here, like, oh, I'll help you, kind of, whatever that means. And she says, it means find him and it means kill him. And she's just like, not sure if it's possible. And I'm like, well, impossible shit is kind of our whole deal. So now it's back us with Penny and we're teleporting.
Yeah, you transport all of us.
Yes.
So
and
she
if,
taught
and if
you.
you look at my hands,
You
I
have little
have
runes.
the
runes.
tattoos.
You got some
now.
henna. Congrats.
So I teleport everyone to what is supposed to be the wellspring of all magic, but it looks like a truck stop shit house. And Quentin says that they'll be here soon.
Yeah, so we go inside what just looks like this abandoned shack.
But when we open it, is it the same light that was in the
Yeah.
invisible castle?
It's the same gimmick of like
Kind
you
of,
open
yes,
it and like
yeah.
light shines
Yeah.
out.
I don't know if
the
it's
door.
exactly the same, but it's pretty similar.
But it's a okay because
Yeah.
they definitely do like a cinematic vibe. You open it and it's a almost supernatural glow from inside of this dilapidated
Yeah.
house.
And it's a Plover's writing room.
Yeah.
So where
Julia
the,
comes in last, looking around nervously. But yeah, we enter into
Yeah.
it's Plover's writing room.
and this is like where that assault happened that we remember. Like,
We saw in the flashbacks
yeah.
when we went to the haunted
and
house. Yeah.
unfortunately, also, as we're looking around looking for the wellspring, trying to find it because it's got to be somewhere in this room.
What are we looking for the wellspring for?
I presumably maybe to like,
Are we just trying to find the beast?
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of what we're doing.
We're here
but,
to
like,
stab.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not hiding.
Yeah.
But like, I think they were like, also, it's kind of, it would be nice to know where the magic is to stop him from
Taking
reaching
it.
into
Sure.
it. Maybe.
I was wondering if Alice was planning to like after she drank the thing that made her the super thing, and now she's going to also drink from the wellspring to kind of like bolster her magic
I
and
don't
become
know
a
if she would do
Megazord
that though, because
stabby.
you're literally taking from the world. It kind
Yeah.
of seems like an
yeah,
evil thing to do.
maybe not. I
don't
mean,
know.
but if you're going to kill the blight on the world with it, then maybe it's a
Net positive?
net positive at the end of the
Is
day.
it? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it?
I don't even know if that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That was my read. Is that I thought they were going to consume of the wellspring to help fight the beast. I thought
Yeah.
this was going to be their power up moment, and that's what they were going to use to like go toe to toe.
We do not have time to
No.
find out
Yeah, we don't.
because the beast comes in.
Immediately,
Yeah.
and
We see a
we-
Butterfly.
yeah.
yeah, and then
fly.
we talk to him, right? Like you
Yeah.
know, we're like, hey, Martin, we know it's you. Like,
And then like he has like the moss like fly away from his face. And he makes some reference how like we're getting farther than we ever have or whatever. But
there's
he
a lot
knows,
of people saying that. Yeah,
but he knows it's the last time
Yeah.
because he killed Jane,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
He does say that. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she must be dead for real.
He calls you sentimental, although most wouldn't walk to a certain death 40 times in a row.
Yep.
You try to convince him that like he's still in there, like he's hurt. He
doesn't
clearly
even
recreated,
listen.
but he's not.
And then I do the like stall for time, like, oh, I have a letter from Jane, and I like start like fumbling through my
and
pockets.
then you pull out cards.
Yeah.
And then in this moment, Alice reaches to her side.
But the knife is
blade,
gone.
the knife is gone.
Yes.
So what happened?
Do we know what happened?
Because now,
Julia stole it.
Yeah.
okay. So here's the thing: before that is revealed, like you
Y'all
get
get
choked,
knocked out.
then Alice gets choked, and then me and Elliot get thrown against the
Alice
wall.
has like blood coming out of
Yeah,
her
like
mouth.
she's
and
gushing,
stuff.
yeah.
She is
we get thrown
gushing.
against the wall, and I get knocked out.
Okay.
And that's
So
the end of my
Margot is
episode.
done.
Okay,
Oh.
we gotta fill
Yeah.
y'all in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
He
Hold on.
puppets Penny.
Okay.
Oh no, hold on, no. So yeah, y'all get
Knocked out.
force thrown.
This all happens in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Where, like Alice has
Yeah.
blood
Alice
coming out of her
is
mouth, you get knocked out.
actively like
Yeah.
gushing
No,
blood.
we see that part. Yeah.
I get puppeted up, and he goes with his hand, and my hands are cut off. Like my
Oh,
two
Jesus.
hands clearing off, fall to the ground. I am on the ground looking at my hands, screaming. So I'm not doing much.
Okay.
And then while he's doing this, somebody sneaks up behind him with a knife to his throat, and it's Julia.
Okay.
So Julia can hold the knife,
Mm-hmm.
stole it from Alice at some point, and is like holding it up to the beast's neck. And
Slice.
nope, she wants to make a deal with him.
To kill the other god.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they disappear.
And I'm I'm awake, still like in shock at my hands, and you look defeated, and y'all are knocked out.
Yep.
And Alice is alive, bleeding out on the ground. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
know
it was
if we
just
like
through her
got.
nose.
I mean,
but,
she was
like-
no longer. I don't know if she like ran out of blood or if he made her stop.
I mean, the last time we saw this happen was when we were doing the like trial the different timelines thing, and that did kill her.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
Okay.
Interesting. Huh.
It was a pretty easy breezy episode.
Yeah.
That's a season finale, or do we have a part 2? Because they didn't say part 2.
So go ahead and send in them questions for
Wow,
our wrap
what
up
a
episode next week.
Okay, so
Okay.
they're a cliffhanger show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, like, really
That's a big
insane.
cliffhanger show.
Yeah.
That's a wild cliffhanger.
You can email them to popculturerollcall@gmail.com or the Discord if you're part of it. We have wrap up questions as a channel.
Yeah, send some stuff in. It'll be our first, and I guess not our last season wrap up for the Magicians.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
All right.
Woof.
So then I won't go into any like character, like
Major
season
character
things,
wrap
But
up
let's just talk
things.
about this episode. Well, I mean, for this episode, Margot's just the best man. I don't really have that much.
You don't have that much either, and neither does Elliot for being the king of Fillory.
I don't think that's like. I don't
must be a
think
season
we
2 thing.
cannot be going back to the school.
No.
Like that's just not. Like sorry, we're gonna connect the dots, wrap up, whatever we call
School's
this
left.
thing.
School's review.
We're in session. Like
I mean, all this took place over 2 days.
right. So
Maybe a
Elliot
week
can't
or
leave.
How many years? But how long in the real world?
yeah.
Penny lost his hand, so he can't like take us all. He couldn't theoretically travel us
I
anywhere.
just got that gift, and he
Yeah.
took it away.
Alice might be dead, or like I doubt she's dead. I think most likely she's like injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Quentin will save the day.
there's like Quentin and Margot that are like the only people who could leave theoretically, but I don't even know if we know how. Like if
I mean,
Penny's
magic
not.
can fix a lot of these like injuries.
That's
And
true.
Fillory
That's
is a
true.
magical,
That's
Like
true.
like the shock of getting your hands cut off.
Yeah, but the dean
Is
didn't
a
get his
lot.
eyes back.
But he's not in Fillory, so
Um,
maybe his magic is different here.
but yeah, the shock of getting your hand cut off. There's also like, wait, we're in a magical world. There could be a way to get.
There's
You could
definitely a way around
do the
this.
Futurama thing, which you don't know,
Yes,
but where
he
you put
doesn't. Yeah,
you put
the-
Fry's hands on backwards, or you do the robot devil hands.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I
can
was
take
thinking of
that.
the robot devil heads.
Oh yeah,
But
I do
hell
li-
is so cold.
and I think it's the same episode where he finally gets his hands back, but Zoidberg puts them on the wrong arm. Which I thought was good. Yeah, and okay, I have things I want to say. This episode went fucking fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot,
There
right?
was a
Like,
lot. It was a lot of like lore dump and then like
and
quick things in between there.
Exactly, because like for Quentin, like I could do a whole 5-minute character wrap up thing, but like he hasn't had any time to process that. Like, oh, he thought he was the chosen one, and he's not, and like all this other
Which is
stuff.
the thing you called pretty early on.
And
don't know if you
we'll
remember
see,
that.
he still could be though, with all the twists and turns this show
Yes.
is having, right?
Or maybe a different type of
your cold
hero.
shot about Martin being the Beast was fantastic, and what that has to say about the universe of the show. There's a lot we could get into. I think we'll save most of it for next week,
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I want to just kind of talk about it in like a broad scope. So like, but this episode, like you said, is too fast. Like it's like there's not really time for the characters to breathe here. Like even when you're having major character moments, and also we don't really see the fallout of this stuff.
Right.
Like we don't know if any of this stuff is really permanent, even though it was presented as permanent, because we don't know where the next season is going really,
100%.
and like it could, it's magic. So
So if there's anything you guys want to hear us dive deeper into next week, for sure get a question
There's
into
a lot.
the live stream questions or popculturerollcall@gmail.com.
Yeah. And just because live stream questions, you can also topics of conversation are included in the
Yeah.
questions.
yeah.
And thanks
Sort
everybody
of
for leaving
umbrella.
comments on the YouTube videos too.
Yeah,
Oh, have we
thank
been?
you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm glad that you love our legs.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's been on every one. I haven't
We're
been
gonna
checking.
look for top 13 sock rankings.
I'm gonna start have to bring a sock.
I
game
know
out.
we're gonna have to change my
Y'all got
socks.
some bad socking. I'm just gonna say that right now.
flesh tone socks. I got some good ones at home. Don't worry. We'll bring it up for season 2. Don't worry about you.
Okay. Thank you for joining. I'm your host Mike, signing off. Left me always.
It's Sasha.
in front of me as always.
It's Colin.
Right here, right now.
Brian.
And creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
We'll see you next time.
Bye forever.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rossbach. Find him at stephenrossbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.